All right, so let's try this again. Pump, just lightly poured it a little bit, just slightly smoothed, radiused that as much, just a little bit, just kind of radiused in a little bit right there. The pressure side, okay, it's a tad bigger than 17/32. It's ovaled, it's rounded. I still have to match this to the engine. I know that there's some high spots here and here. I'll take care of that. I may have to space this because sometimes when you bolt these up, the main cap bolt hits the pump body and it'll crack it. But I'll put a flange outline on here, and the sleeves will be put in here, so the threads will be tight and it'll be centered when I go to bolt it in. It'll outline here. I'll port this to match it. You don't got to go crazy. The main important thing is to get this at least a 1/2 inch, especially on the high volume. I like to go bigger than 1/2 inch on a high volume. And the only reason why I'm using a high volume pump in my engine right now is because the bearing clearances are almost 3 times what they recommend. So I'm at 60 pounds at 6,000 RPM. This should get me up to 75, 80 at 6,000 RPM. Obviously, I don't want 80 PSI at 3,000 RPM. So that's going to take some finagling with this. I think I got it though. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll just actually tap this and put a pipe plug in there, and I'll tap the pipe plug for a bolt and I'll thread it in and out with a washer on it, and that'll adjust the pressure here. Of course, a lock nut works, but that's what I did so far. And let me see if I can grab a light. So I know there's a lot of shadowing. I'm not really concerned about that. I just wanted to hog it out a little. Rotor's been drilled. Polished. There's 6 thou rotor to body, 3 thou rotor to rotor, 15/10 thou flat of the rotor to the pump body, the cover. And this was sticking up. You know, obviously I'm exaggerating here, but this was above the rotor here, so I kept having to sand this. This was not the same thickness, so I evened it up, got rid of the sharp edges. It's all been sanded, smooth, polished. Cover's been polished. Before, the rotors would mark the cover. Now you put the pump together, you spin the pump even dry. As you can see, it doesn't mark the cover. Before it did. Before, this would mark the cover. So progress. All right, so that's that. Time to go to the other thing. And it spins really nice now. It spins really nice. Doesn't drag, it doesn't catch. All this is smoothed, all of it. Haven't figured out what I'm gonna do here. I can't make it a size bigger because then I get too thin. I might just take it to an O-ring, maybe. I don't know. I'll get the pickup out and look at the pickup, go from there. I might do a dual pickup. Haven't decided yet. The dual pickup, the other side goes here. So we'll see. All right.